Hey everybody, thank you so much for watching today. As you can see, I have a new look for you, and it is Sue meets Vanessa. If you're interested in how I achieve this look, please stick around. I did do my eyebrows and just cleaned up around them, but I need something to put on my eyelids for my shadow to stick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this black opal toast. I'm almost out of it. So I do have some black radiance, but this is a darker color. This is just 003. So I have a black radiance stick as well. So hopefully this will be closer to my skin tone to get any blemishes and things like that. I'm going to try to start using this. I've had it for a little while, but I haven't really used it. So I'm going to go in with toast first, and I'm just going to go in and go around. It smells like crayon to me.
I must admit, I'd be so lost without you.
With the Kola.
How could I ever make a move, make it through, find the truth without you, Lord. Mind stable, without you say so. Lord, I'm not able. Overcome, I can't even do it without you. You are, I'm the strength, I'm the source. Your presence I can't ignore. So
Next, I'm gonna go in with Stush, that orangey color, and I'm gonna put it right here. I saw who was it? I think that was Savannah Sylver. I saw her video, and she used this palette, and I was like, wow, she really woke everything up. I mean, it was wonderful. So I said, well, let me try to just not necessarily match it, but not be afraid of the colors, even in a cold time. This is actually in the South. This is like the coldest day, unfortunately. All right, next color I'm going to go in with, I think I'm going to go in with Busy. Okay, so I'll just put Busy right along here. But I do see that I have some bleeding, not necessarily bleeding, but I do have some color there. So I'm going to go back in with just my sponge, and I'm just going to try to dot that on again. See, no need for extra product or anything like that.
say so. Lord, I'm not able to carry on, overcome. I can't even do it without you. Can't even do it without.
Go in with Busy. Bring it all the way in to Stush. Bring that color all the way in to Stush.
Perfectly, I am incomplete if I don't have you here.
So you say, ooh, there's a little bit of something there. Okay. Brought Busy all the way over into Stush, as you can see it. Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in with a Kola, and I'm going to use my Morphe E36 brush, and I'm just going to go back around. Just to pick up that color just a little bit more, right? Another thing that she did was pretty cool is, rather than using a black eyeliner, she used a Kola to be the eyeliner. So what I'm going to do, in order for me to do that, I don't know how everybody else does it, but in order for me to do that, I'm going to use, this is Rumor 5 in the P. Louise base. So I'm going to go in, put a little bit on the back of my hand, not much at all. You don't need much at all. And I am going to attempt, be nice, attempt. Now, these brushes, there were 3 brushes that came in. One, I need to wash it. 2, this one, I bought the Acid Rain collection, I guess. And so there were 3 brushes. There was one yellow one that I use often. There was this orange one, Acid Rain. And as you can see, it's a really easy nozzle here. Not nozzle, but the tip of the brush is really easy to get. So I think I might use this one, or I can use this little green one. As you can see, it's very easy to use as well. So I think I'm gonna go in with this orange one so that I can get exactly what I'm looking for. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get a mirror.
She was hooked up and caught up. Never heard those words before. Thought that he was the right man, so she opened up her door. As you figured that fling had ended, and she took it to her head. And even in her pain, a still voice came, and with the words he said, I'm here for you, waiting for you, reaching for you, thinking of you. Oh, I'm
Yeah, I was so scared. I don't know. Okay, so now I have like a really small. Now I have 2 brushes, so I don't know which one is best. Okay, so I have this. This is the Morphe M43 brush, which is just flat, thin. I like that one. And then I have the same type of brush. This is by Sedona Lace. I haven't used Sedona Lace in a while. So this is the Sedona Lace EB19. This one is a little more fluffy, as you can see. But I think rather than using this one, since it's got a little fluff to it, I think I'm going to go ahead and use the Morphe one, the Morphe 432. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into that. Now, if everything works out, I'm going to go back into that Akua, and we're just going to dot it in. So that the color will come in a little bit darker than usual, okay? So here we go. Hopefully that'll work.
Have faith in me, believe in me, trust me. Remain the same.
I did it. Wow. It's not as dark as I wanted, but I still want to just use this palette. And to only use this palette, it may not work as well, especially back here in the wing part. All right, now I need to do something to make sure that my underbrow sets. So I'm just gonna go back in with that same Busy, put a little bit on there and go from there. Like I said, this is such a nice color. Nude is, this nude Busy is really for busy people, I would say. She named it perfectly. Vanessa did. It's just, see? And I'm just dotting, and then if I want, I can turn this around. I like to use these brushes that come out of those Anastasia palettes. I'm going to set my face. My face, of course, is already clean and moisturized, so I'm going to set my face. And I did use that Clarins eye cream Total Eye Cream. But I'm going to go ahead and set my face, not set it, but I'm going to prime it. I'm going to try this. I'm going to prime this with the Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Airbrush Flawless. And so they're saying that it is setting spray and primer. So. Now, as I said before, I have that, this is by Black Radiance 8003. And I'm just going to use it. It looks a little dark to me. So I'm just going to use it in a few places just to get rid of some of the darkness on my face, the spots. Yeah, it is just a little dark, but it's not too dark to where it won't work. Okay, there I should have gone back into the NARS. So I'm going to use the NARS right there. Need a brush. I'm just going to use a small concealer brush for that NARS. This is the Hazelnut concealer, and I'm just going to use just a little bit here. Let's just say that's better, a better match. I'm not as young as I used to be, so I want to make sure that I kind of fill in those smile lines a little bit. All right, now I want to go in with this setting powder. This is Laura Mercier. I love this one. So I'm going to go in just a little bit and prime, kind of set some of that setting powder, and actually just a little bit of the concealer here. I'm not using a lot at all. These are the main places where I get super, super oily, and I need it to kind of stay back for a little bit. I don't want to be shining for the things that I have to do. So after I did that, I'm going to go in with, I wanted to use the Fenty Beauty. This is Pro Filt'r. All right, so it's a hydrating long wear foundation, blah, 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 blah. I'm using the color number 445. Now I'm going to go in with the Too Faced Born This Way in the color Maple. I like to use the color Maple. This concealer doesn't dry really, really fast, so I can go in and get, I'm going to go back to Fenty, okay, and I'm going to use one of their, this is a beauty stick. It came in the trio. I like that. It came in the trio, and this one is Espresso. This is a matchstick by Fenty. I have a really, really small, this is actually a Flawless Concealer Brush by e.l.f. So I think I got this probably from Walmart or Target. But I'm just going to use that to blend up lightly, gently. I'm blending, and to be honest, it really doesn't matter whether you do the concealer first or the stick first, because they both will still blend how and where you need them to. So it's not like it's gonna dry super, super fast or anything like that. Not with Too Faced. I really like that one. All right, so let's go in.
There's so much about me, more than the eye can see, but I'm so glad to be no one but me. No one but
now I'm gonna go in with the Fenty, this is in Cashew. This is their Pro Filter. I think these two kind of go together. I think that the foundation and the setting powder go together, because you've got Pro Filter foundation and Pro Filter setting powder. So with that, of course, with this one, you really shouldn't use a lot. Sometimes I even like to use it with a brush, so that it won't be so, I don't want it to look cakey. And it's a really good powder, but I don't want it to look like it's too much. Okay, I've got Fenty's Mocha Mommy bronzer, Sun Stalker bronzer. A lot of people like to use that one. It works for a lot of skin tones. Works for mine. It does have a little bit of red, like a red tone kind of sort of in it, but it works for me on my cheeks. And that's just setting that contour that I put on the matchstick. It's just gonna set it just a little bit. Now I'm gonna go in with an all over powder. This is the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin. I guess it's a blurring powder foundation. That's what it is. Okay. So I'm gonna go in with this color. This is Y535, and I'm just gonna use a brush and dot. Okay. This Luminous, this is the Lion King. I've had it since then. As soon as this came out by Sir John and Luminous, I bought it, but I like it for my nose. There are a few colors that I like to use for my nose all the time. As you can see, I use Pumbaa on there. That does look a little red, but trust me, it's really not. It looks a little red on the camera. Sometimes I like to try to, as you can see, I've hit the pan with that one. Sometimes I'll use a little bit of Kasai. I kind of mix them both, and then I go down the sides of my nose. See that? So since I use both, bring it in. Kasai can be kind of dark sometimes. It depends really what time of the year it is, what part of the year. If I've been in the sun a lot, I like to use that. Then I go in with Pumbaa. Just make sure that it's not as dark. Then I like to go over that with a little bit of setting powder, the same setting powder that I already had on the back. And then I didn't put it in anything. I'm just dotting it. I'm going to go in with the Sahara. This is the Saharan 2 palette. I'm going to go in with B. B is a little purple. It's a little purple. Hopefully you can see it. All right. Wherever you send me to, I'll go. I have a lot of natural light coming into my room, so I'm just trying to adjust how it looks on camera with the sun coming through. Usually I do these videos kind of at night so I can control the light, but I can't really control it as much, and I don't know what made me go into that Juvia's place so heavy. I don't know why. All right, so I'm going to put a color in the tear duct. Since I've been using that Vanessa palette, I'm going to go ahead and go back and use the Vanessa palette. I had extra in the inner last time, so this time I'm going to use Perfectionist. I'm going to use that color. I am going to spray my brush just a little bit so that so that the color won't go everywhere. All right, so it'll really pick it up. It'll really pick it up.
All I have to do is trust in you, to believe in you, depend on you, have faith in you. And all that fighting, backsliding, backbiting, it's funny to me now.
Get it together. Get it together. All right. So last time I used Juvia's Place liner, and then I used this pinkish color, Naomi, I think. So this time, rather than doing that, I'm going to go in with Legit Nude. Okay, I'm going to use Legit Nude, even though, I feel like I've said this before. So I don't know if I have, but that's still okay. All right, so I like to use the nude shades when I have a lot going on with my eyes. So I noticed that this Legit Nude that I purchased was very, very similar to some colors I had already. Okay, so I've used this is Unbuttoned by Fenty, and this is Patrick Ta. I gotta get these names together. Oh, She's Independent by Patrick Ta. Let me put these on my hand so that you can see how close they are real quick. Okay, this is Unbuttoned. That's Patrick Ta's She's Independent. And this one is the lip gloss. The lip gloss, as you can see, is almost just as thick as the other two. Let me use Patrick Ta, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna use Patrick Ta. And then we'll go in with the gloss over it. Okay? Okay, so I have absolutely no idea what happened to my sound, but what I'm using is I went on and sprayed my face with that Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. So I'm doing that before I put on my highlighter. So I'm using the Fenty highlighter, and as you can see, I'm showing you that I'm using the one that it has a dual, it's a Killawatt, and it's Ginger Binge and Moscow Mule. So that's what I'm using, and I'm going to use just the Ginger Binge, just the one that's not really bright.
There's so much about me, more than the eye can see, but I'm so glad to be no one to me.
All right, so guys, this is pretty much the finished look. As you can see, I'm just enjoying what I'm seeing, honey. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. And if you would, please like, subscribe, and please share this with your friends and your family. Make sure that you comment down below, and I'll really appreciate it. And I hope you enjoyed this as I enjoyed recording it for you. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.